Last name on that list, Klay Thompson, all-star level.
No.
Okay.
If the maybe, but no.
Yeah, I'll agree with him there. Welcome back to another episode of I Got Next. And we got Tomer back. Wow.
Yep. I had a little brief absence due to scheduling conflicts, but we back. How you guys doing?
Back, baby.
Very busy, man. And of course, we got the unhinged, I guess, leader, whatever you want to be addressed as, in Juju.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
We just call him the Unhinged.
I'll take
The Unhinged.
Just call him the Unhinged.
Oh, you make me sound like a Viking. I like it.
That's how you get down,
The
man.
Unhinged
I'll
has
just
entered the gulag.
I'll be the resident Pat Bev of this podcast. That's fine. Okay, so leading in,
That's you just went a step further and complimented yourself.
I
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. But okay.
It was like no one said
cool.
Pat Bev.
No, I'll be the menace of this podcast. I think that's not even like that's not a flex. That is just an honest evaluation of the identities that we have here. I think that's really the case. Jerry's the neutral, Tomer's the hero, and I'm the villain. I think that's fair.
I'm cool with it.
Jerry's
I do like to play both sides of the ball.
Jerry's the glue that keeps Tomer and I from like legitimately flying to each other's houses and smacking the shit out of each other.
I get down like that, man. You know, I'm cool with the role, man. It's Captain Neutral.
Okay, so there's a bunch of shit that has been going down in the NBA. Give me 2 seconds. I do want to cover all of this in a roundabout sort of way, okay? The first thing that I wanted to talk about, we need to talk about Ivica Zubac, man. Where did he pull out this Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, 70s Kareem-ass game from? Tomer, your boots on the ground with the Clippers. Where the hell did this come from, man?
Yeah, I mean, look, you got Kawhi and PG missing. You got Luka Kennard, your best three-point shooter, missing. You got to pull offense out of somewhere. And, Reggie can't do it 24/7. Marcus Morris can't do it 24/7. And so first play of the game was literally a post-up for Ivica Zubac. He went at Miles Turner impressively, scored. I think in the first quarter he had 14 points and 9 boards, kind of setting the tone for that kind of game. He just dominated the rest of the way.
I kind of want to see what his usage rate was like for that entire game because it seems like he was in command.
I can pull that up in a second, but
it was absolutely
the referee
crazy.
who gave him a 6 foul sold, man. I'm not my guy's sold, bro. Called a 6 foul and they were letting him play physical, not a lot of calls the whole game. And then I think he got word that he had 28, 29 rebounds, and he was like, yo, no, we can't let you match Kareem. We can't let you match. And so he called like a little soft, but it was a foul. I think it was a foul. I'm not going to be, biased. It was a foul. But I think under the circumstances, having let a lot more contact go, probably could have let that one go as well. I don't think you needed to call that one.
Follow the trend.
But,
follow the trend of the game.
Just one more rebound. He needed one. That's it. And then he called the foul on him and fouled him out. So
Yeah.
It is what it is. But 31-29 is still very impressive.
That's wild.
Zoo was actually very visibly disappointed after this.
Yeah.
He even admitted after, he's like, I'm not as happy as I should be because he really wanted that. He didn't have a 2020 game coming into this.
Yeah.
And then he's like, once I had a chance to get 30-30, he's like, I really, really wanted it. But, even Ty Lue, I was like, Ty, what should he have done? He's like, should have just let TJ McConnell score. Who cares if he scores a layup? You're up 16, 3 minutes left. Score, then get your rebound later. Don't foul out. So it was tough.
I did. He still pulled out the win though. To be fair, like he did, and he had the point to make it for the rebound. Like he could say he averaged like a 30-30, 31-29. That's close enough. That's okay. But so with that too, not to mention 3 assists, 3 blocks as well. Like dude was efficient as hell. So this is the first
83% shooting as well.
Right. This is the first 30-25 game since Shaq in 04. Since, like, peak, like, Lakers Shaq. So, that being said, is this indicative? Zubac is pretty young. Is this indicative of him being maybe not, like, a franchise, but, a building block for the Clippers going forward? Kawhi, PG getting older. John Wall is already old. Like, Is Zubac someone that they want to invest in long term, or is he a trade chip now? Like, is it like where do you see him?
I mean, he's a guy who just got a 3-year extension this past offseason for a reason. He's a guy who's highly valued in that organization. He's a guy who's a good team guy, good team chemistry guy, never really creates any problems, is always willing to sacrifice for the team, whether it's 5 points, 3 rebounds one night, or 31-21, 31 and 29 some nights. So, I mean, I wouldn't say get used to this kind of performance, but he showed that he's certainly capable of being, a dominant kind of force down there, especially when Kawhi and PG aren't playing. So, definitely a franchise building block for them to have around Kawhi and PG.
Yeah. Okay. That being said, I do want to play a little game of this or that with you guys, with Ivica Zubac. We are going to play this or that NBA centers. So, this or that, Ivica Zubac or Wendell Carter in Orlando?
Oh, Zubac.
Zubac easy, right? Zubac easy?
Zubac.
Okay. We're going to find that line. This or that, Ivica Zubac or Clint Capella?
Zubac.
Zoo. I'm going to go. Yeah.
Okay. Ivica Zubac, this or that, or Brooke Lopez?
Strictly going off health, I'm going to go Zoo.
Okay.
I think Zoo plays a lot of games together with Iron Man.
That's fine.
Brooke Lopez does tend to get hurt, so
that's fine.
Pretty much the same.
This might be the line for you guys. Ivica Zubac or Robert Williams? Health might also play a factor in here as well.
It does. And, like, Robert Williams offensively isn't the player that Zubac is. Like, I think I could give Zubac the ball down low for a post bucket over Robert Williams. I think Zubac will score, like...
Zubac has an actual bag.
More often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert Williams is a rim runner.
Okay. Tomer?
Yeah, I mean, that was close, but I think Rob Wills is a great defensive player and a bit more of a lob threat. But I think that's kind of the extent of his offensive game. And that's not meant to be a slight. I just think he's also young. He can still develop. But I think right now I'd probably take Zoo in an edge over Rob Will.
As it stands right now, this or that, Ivica Zubac or Kristaps?
Oh, Kristaps is playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you found my line. Found my line.
Found the line. Okay.
Definitely Kristaps.
Okay. So that being said, based on current top 10 center rankings off of Sporting News, Zubac is a top 11 center in the NBA. Do we think that he is top 10 material right now?
I mean, I know this for a fact. I searched up the numbers the other day. Sorry, Jerry, not to cut you off, but
that's fine.
Zoo is. I think he's got like the 4th highest defensive field goal percentage in the NBA, meaning opponents are shooting low percentage around him. And I think the only guys around him are like KD, and I want to say like Kristaps Porzingis. It's a very good like defensive players. He's in the number with. He's in a category with right now. So I think,
That being said, there is one more name that I want to play with that's ranked a lot higher in this top 10 that I'm looking at right now, okay? Now, outside of name value, okay? This or that, Ivica Zubac or Rudy Gobert?
I mean, should I go on that one, or Jerry? You want to go first, Jerry?
Either.
I'm cool. Hey, look, unpopular opinion. I'm cool with having Zubac over Rudy Gobert. He has a bag, like we just mentioned about Robert Williams. Look,
interesting.
Gobert is a great defender, because probably is a better defender than Zubac.
But
better shot blocker.
But as you said,
maybe a better rebound.
Yeah, as you said, defensive field goal percent, like, all that I'm saying, Tomer.
Well, Rudy's up there too. He's up there too,
but
I'm not going to take. Yeah.
I just want to say real quick, I don't have to take Zubac out of late game situations, because I'm confident he could still like hit his free throws and still operate without being abused in pick and roll situations.
That's a good point.
Like, I'm cool with Zubac. I'm taking Zoo.
Tomer, you got. Come on now, come on, Tomer.
No, I don't think I could.
Okay.
I don't think I could take Zoo over Rudy Gobert. I mean, Rudy's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year for a reason, and he's not as much of a liability offensively as people make him out to be. He's always been a really good free throw shooter. Yeah, I don't think he's. I think his offensive pains are a little overblown, and I think a lot of it's been dependent on who he's playing around.
I mean, but right now he seems to be in what should be on paper the perfect system for him. He has an inside-out center. He has a scoring guard. He has pretty damn good like ancillary weapons. And with both Cat and Rudy through the early part of the season, the Timberwolves have one of the worst offensive ratings in NBA history. Not just right
Not
now.
to mention, not to mention that they really have a Donovan Mitchell problem going on in Minnesota. Because just like how Donovan averaged 1 pass per game to Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards per 125 possessions only gave him the ball every 4 times. That's like 2 or 3 passes per game that's being thrown to Rudy from Ant.
However, what I will say is this:
I'm not convinced.
Tomer, I appreciate the bipartisanship. I appreciate the non-biasness.
For sure.
That was that.
Yeah, I mean, look,
that's impressive.
Rudy's very. I think Rudy has gotten a little underrated. Now, I think the trade that they gave up for him was massive, a little too much if you ask me. But I think he's also gotten a little underrated with the disrespect. Like Rudy Gobert is an elite center. I don't think we have to, clown him too much. He's got a bag. He's got a bit of a bag. I just think he hasn't had the right kind of system to show it off a bit.
Okay,
he hasn't helped himself a bit as well. But I think he's capable of it.
That's fine. That makes sense, and I appreciate that. One more thing with Ivica Zubac. He sort of completes the LeBron kicks all of the children out of the daycare center in LA Infinity Stone set. He forms a starting five with Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and himself. If the Lakers kept those names, and if there was a wash, LeBron's not there, AD's not there, and these five developed to the way that they are now, injuries aside, what is the over-under in wins for this Lakers squad?
I'm going to let Jerry go first, but I want to mention sixth man Josh Hart as well.
Josh Hart? Yeah, no. He's the soul stone.
I will say, man, honestly, like, we all know that if those young players would have stayed in LA and grew beside LeBron, most of them aren't who they are today. Like, Brandon Ingram becoming an all-star and at least a 25-point per game score, whatever it is, like, that doesn't happen. Kuzma averaging 18 a game with 9 boards probably doesn't happen. Like, obviously, all these guys are different players if they're still playing beside Bron. But
right,
talent is talent. I would probably say around 50-ish games still. Like, to this day, like, they kind of get seasoned a little bit. Good coaching is obviously plays a major part, but like I said, talent is talent. Lonzo, Bron are going to be your two guys kind of commanding the playmaking, and you got Ingram and Kuz to be your shooters. Josh Hart, Caruso, whoever you want to throw in there to be your two guard. Like,
yep,
seems like a pretty solid starting lineup. I'm cool with that.
Tomer?
Yeah. What was the original question?
So this current starting five, as it stands now, right? What is their over under together on the Lakers? Plus, let's throw in Josh Hart as the sixth man.
Oh, I would definitely say 50 games, I would say, because you have star potential there. Yeah. You have the thing is, I think a lot of these guys just had a chance to play through growing pains. Like, you didn't have a chance to do that with LeBron. Like, you have to.
That's fine.
You have to throw these guys into the fire of like losing 45, 50 games, playing 36 minutes, shooting 6 of 25 for a game, but learning through that.
Now,
I think Ingram got to do that. Yeah, a lot of guys have to do that.
To be fair, I do think that Kuz did get that experience with LeBron the most by far out of
No,
all.
I don't think it's the same. There's still so much pressure because he got to go to a Washington team that was
but he was
I don't want to say his, but Beal was often injured.
Kuz was putting up 18 and 7 from the jump with the Wizards. Like, that was as soon as he was traded.
but Kuz putting up 18 and 7 as the primary or secondary ball handler is different than Kuz putting up 18 and 7 as a catch and shoot for the most part guy alongside LeBron and AD. They had all the attention.
That's fair. That's fair. But all I'm saying is, like, I just want to know, would this squad outperform what we can kind of assume LeBron's expectations were for them when he traded them away?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this current team with this experience and this how they look now, of course. Yeah, I think. But again, it's because they've had a chance to flourish and learn how to play.
Jerry, between you and the two of us, this is a safe space. Which starting five would you take right now? The Lakers' current starting five plus the sixth man, or this five that I just presented plus Josh Hart?
You would think it would be a no-brainer, but Anthony Davis has shown us why he was like, a top 5 player in the world at one
Oh,
point again,
oh, 88.
especially in the span.
80's been blowing up. 80's been blowing up.
Again, like the spacing on the Lakers as currently constructed is still pretty shitty, as we all know. But that's actually pretty tough.
Oof. 80 and LeBron are spikes, but below them,
I think. I think it's very simple. The team with the best player often wins.
Okay.
This one team has the 2 best players. That team will win, in my opinion. It's better, in my opinion. You can't go against guys with star power like LeBron. I mean, these guys are 2 top 10 players when healthy.
Done.
Maybe even more than top 10. Maybe like top 8. So you can't go against that.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. To be fair to the other side, though, a lot of teams are going to be saying that the 2 best players on the court at any point are LeBron and AD. Shouldn't be the case that they're under 500, but that's just me.
Well, that's why basketball is a team sport, and there's 5 players on the court.
Brian also just got back.
But that's all that I'm saying is that it's a legitimate debate. Now, it's not as cut and dry. Now, one more. Ivica Zubac saying, I know I keep saying one more. I want you guys to guess Ivica Zubac's 2K rating as it stands right now.
Oh, it's probably like a 79.
I'm gonna say 79.
Okay, Tamir.
I say 70. I think it's a 78 or 79. I'm gonna go 78 because Jerry said 79.
Ronnie is sleeping. Tomer wins. Ivica Zubac is sitting at a 77. You both got very close. I'm impressed.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, 2K doesn't value centers like that, so
yeah, they got to bump him up to 80 after that performance. Now,
sure.
Moving on, I want to put up a guessing game, Tamer, for a lot of our shorts content, like our TikTok, YouTube shorts, IG reels. We do these sorts of guessing games, and I want to put up 2 stat lines to you guys, and see which player you would rather take. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. So, player A, average of 30 points per game. Okay, so hold on. Sorry, I just need to pull my stuff up. Player A averages 30 points a game, 7.2 assists per game, 8 rebounds a game. Player B averages 33, 8.7, and 8.4. And then we can talk steals and whatever if you want to talk about that as well. Who are you taking, player A?
I know who player B is. I know what player B is already off the top of my head.
I mean, I'm someone who's big on. Yeah, I'm someone who's big on efficiency right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that 8.7 rebounds or 8.7 assists? I mean, they're pretty similar. Not that it really matters.
8.7 rebounds, 8.4 assists. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, the counting stats are higher for this guy on all. So why wouldn't you take player B?
Okay, Jerry.
I'm taking player B because I know it's Luka Doncic, isn't it?
Player A is LeBron James from 2008.
Okay, fair.
All right.
Different era, different time. But
different era, different time. But holy shit, Luka Doncic. What are we putting him up as the number 1 name in MVP, or is the Mavericks sitting right at 500 or below 500, and in the bottom seeds in the West? Is that holding him back too much to be a top 3 MVP candidate?
For me personally, that's kind of holding it back. I think the MVP right now probably isn't a popular opinion to me, but it would probably be Jason Tatum, because the Celtics went 9-2 in the month of November, which is actually 11-2. Sorry, which is ridiculous since they're doing it under a new head coach still. I get it, he was under the system, but he's 35.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been cranking out the offense it hasn't missed a beat at all. And Jason Tatum is averaging damn near 30 points a game, 8 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, whatever you have be. And it's playing even better than last year. I'm seeing a finals loss that actually hurt them so bad that they wanted to grind all offseason and come back and just wipe out competition. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm seeing. Tatum has to be number 1 for me on the MVP ladder right now.
That's fair. I completely agree. Tomer, I'm probably assuming that you think the same thing. He's held back.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing it without their starting center, Robert Williams. I mean, like that team is not supposed to be as good as they are, and yet they're what 17-4, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, it's like it's Boston, Milwaukee, in the field. There's no one else even close to them. I don't think right now. And so I think Tatum definitely deserves some credit there. I know what is he? He's 6th in scoring right now. I feel like you could give the edge to Giannis just because the Bucks are only a game back. They haven't had Chris Middleton all year. So I could definitely see a case for Giannis here as the MVP. But Tatum, I would say, probably my leading candidate as well.
And then
I don't think you can give it to Luka. I think that was a original question. I don't think you can give it to Luka.
Okay. Right now, that being said, the Mavs are obviously mid-2000s Cavs-ing it with Luka, right? Luka's their LeBron. They are the mid-2000s Cavs. Your second best player at the end of the day, if you're hoping to win a finals trophy, isn't going to be Spencer Dinwiddie, right? Especially not with the pieces.
Well,
even more behind him.
I wouldn't.
Right.
I know we're on the LeBron comparison, but I mean they're probably a lot closer to like the 2018 Rockets.
Sure.
In that they have a secondary ball handler, Chris Paul, Spencer Dinwiddie, and then you have a bunch of shooters in THJ, Maxi Kleba, Dorian Finney-Smith, Reggie Bullock. They're literally built like the Rockets, in my opinion. They're fully going into the Luka go and find guys.
They're literally built like the Rockets, but poor man's Rockets is where we're getting into that.
No, I wouldn't go poor man's. I mean, Dorian is a really good shooter. Maxi Kleber's pretty good 3-point shooter. Their center position is a little weak, but they have Christian Wood who hasn't started yet, but he's been pretty solid. So I mean, they have a decent squad around Luka.
It is still a travesty that Christian Wood hasn't started yet, by the way. Now, here's my thing. Regardless of 2018 Rockets, 20 whatever Cavs, you can't tell me that they're any form of the James Harden Rockets when they're sitting at 9-10, 19 games into the season, right? So all this to set up, I want to talk trade packages with you guys. Is there anything that the Mavs can jump in on before the trade deadline that can help boost up Luka, that can give him a solid number 2 or 2B to Spencer Dinwiddie's 2A?
To look at who's available, I'm sure they have some combination of deals that could be made. I'm trying to look at their
package
payroll real quick, but yeah, they certainly have. I mean, Christian Wood is expiring. I don't think he's someone they should trade, but Dwight Powell is also expiring. I think you can combine guys like a Reggie Bullock, Dwight Powell, some of those end of the roster guys, maybe a JaVale McGee even if you want to. There's definitely some avenues to improve. Davis Bertans, I think, has been injured, hasn't really played. So I think there's definitely packages. I don't know specifically what, but my biggest thing with the Mavs is that like they had the help that they needed with Jalen Brunson and let him walk. They had the help with Kristaps Porzingis and let him walk because they play a specific style that those guys can't really work right in. So like just because you bring someone in, if Doncic is still the primary ball handler, like who's to say that's going to work just as well? You know what I mean?
I mean, but
personally,
go ahead, Jer.
Not like I just kind of feel like, yes, a trade can improve. There's definitely a trade out there that could probably improve their roster now to make them more competitive at the moment. But you hit it on the head earlier by saying Christian Wood isn't a starter. Even if Christian Wood isn't a starter, he just needs to play more minutes because he's only playing around 25 and a half minutes a game, which is ridiculous because I think he's averaging the most points per game for a bench player that doesn't play at least like 26 or 30 minutes.
Hey, y'all told me I was wilding out for putting up Christian Wood as its 6th Man of the Year candidate a couple of episodes ago. I want that taken back right now.
He shouldn't be coming off the bench, though. He should be starting is the point.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying in 25 points.
I don't know if you're in cahoots with Jason Kidd over there, but he should be starting. There's no reason Dwight Powell should be starting right now.
Now y'all also told me that I was wilding out for saying that he should be starting. Y'all were hating on Christian Wood, low-key.
No.
Yes.
I said Christian Wood should not start because I said he's not as a high IQ of a player. However, they need more offense. It's just very apparent that they need it at this point. And Christian Wood has been pretty good in his minutes. He's been better than I thought he would be. So I definitely think you can make a case for him starting for sure.
So do you think Christian Wood with starters level minutes, or at the very least Manu Ginobili 6-man level minutes, can be that second guy or at least like a 2A, 2B situation with Spencer. Enough to put the Mavs like into like the top 6 seeds in the West.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Like, averaging 17 off the bench in under 26 minutes a game, that's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not even guaranteed to touch the ball all the time,
mm-hmm.
especially in this super 3-point centric league. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm going to say yes. I think if he actually plays, like, at least 32 to 36 minutes a game,
mm-hmm.
the man could probably give you 20 plus
Mm-hmm.
if he's averaging 17 in 26 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Tomer?
Because
I think it'll help them.
Just think about this shit that Maxi Kleber is a starting 4-man right now.
Yeah, I think it's mainly Dwight Powell as their starter. Like, I think you would still start Kleber because you need the spacing. You'd get Kleber, Wood, who can all shoot, and I think that's what you need on Doncic. It helps them. I don't know if it takes them over the top, but it does help them for sure. It's better than Dwight Powell, I would say.
Right.
Just to get to the 6th seed, just to make it to the playoffs without having to worry about a playing game. Like,
right. I just struggle to see how they compete for a championship with this kind of. I don't think playing the style that they play can win you a championship.
So that's what I'm saying, Tomer. This Dallas team, as currently constructed and minutes structured, isn't good enough, regardless of the shooters, to get the Mavs to the championship. The Rockets were. That's why I'm comparing them to the mid-2000s Cavs. We never honestly believed that those Cavs were going to win a championship if they played like the peak Tim Duncan Spurs, for example, right?
Are you sure? Because LeBron had people thinking he could do anything. Anything was possible.
And the same thing with Luka Doncic. But with the pieces around him right now, that's why we're bringing this up, right? They're sitting at 9 and 10 in spite of all of these shooters surrounding him, right? 4 players average over double digits per game. You're getting 33 from Luka, 17 a game from Spencer and Christian Wood each, and then Tim Hardaway is putting up 10. And then everyone else is sitting well under 10 points per game. That's not good enough. So
I think it goes beyond just this. I think it just goes beyond the stat. I think it's their style of play. Like, I don't think you can have a guy at a 37% usage rate, like just dominating the ball like that, and then having to kick out shooters. Because I think in the playoffs, once the playoffs come, you saw the Warriors. It's either Doncic beat us or everyone else beat us. And it's really hard to do that for 7 games. Well, but it's decent for regular season, but I don't know if you can win like.
So that's why I'm asking, like, what stars can like that? That's why I posed that question. What stars can they try to grab?
It's got to be a high level star.
That's what I'm saying.
It's got to be someone high level because I don't see.
Yeah. So
like, think about how they just signed. Like, this is just a question to the both of you. Like, they just signed Kemba Walker. Obviously, Kemba's been injury derailed for years now. But say he's even to be a shade of what he was in his best season in Boston. Does that elevate them enough to, like, solve some of those questions that you have or answer some of those questions that you had?
Yes, because Kemba at 20% is better than Facu Campazzo. Yes, respect. Which is who they cut for him. So yes, it's got to be 20% of Kemba is probably better. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Drew?
I mean, yes, by technicality. Same thing with Tomer. Like, it's like you can't really do much, like, other than say yes to that, right? But at the same time, is he going to get rotational minutes that really, really matter? I doubt it. So
I have no clue.
So let's talk. Would a trade package for a desperate Nets trying to get rid of Kyrie Irving, would that pique your interest as Mark Cuban?
I'm not gonna lie, I think it would. For me, like, at this rate that we're going, if I'm the Mavs, where are we going without another primary ball handler that I know can get their own bucket and actually get other people involved? I'm gonna say that would actually interest me a little bit.
Well, it depends what to me it depends what your package is, but I could definitely see Kyrie being interested. I could see mutual interest there. Now,
I mean, the Nets would probably.
Kyrie's on an expiring deal. Does he stay in Dallas beyond this year? You're not trading for him to stay for this half a season and move on. You're trading with the hopes that he stays long term.
Right. That he would say,
I don't know.
So just talent wise, just talent package wise, whatever. Forget all of that. Let's cut all the fat. Would that interest you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I think so.
What about? Do you think something could get put together possibly for Bradley Beal?
I don't know who the Mavs would give up to the Wizards that would actually be interesting.
I think Christian Wood is an interesting piece. He's going to be a
Not
part
when you
of
have
the
Kristaps
trade too.
Porzingis.
But I'm about to say interesting enough for me to give up my franchise player Beal to pair with Kristaps. No.
To blow up for a rebuild? Okay. One last one. And he is the hottest name with all-star caliber talent and a resume to match. Could the Celtics be interested in trading Jaylen Brown for the right package?
Nah.
No.
There's nothing. There's nothing in Dallas. Nothing in Dallas that interests me if I'm Boston.
If there's been all those rumors about them splitting Jason and Jaylen up, and it hasn't happened yet, it's not going to happen unless a superstar level player is available. It's not going to happen.
And if they didn't pry them apart for Kevin Durant, I'm not going to pry them apart for Christian Wood.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
No shot.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like not at all.
Now, we're going to start to get into a little bit ignorant territory before we end.
Ooh, your speciality over
my
here.
Speciality over here. Because I think I've had enough of some reasoned NBA discussion. Let's get into some legitimate, like, in the weeds territory.
My man said, "Give me spice."
We have 3 names that have fallen off a cliff in the early part of the 2023 season, but all 3 have started to pick it up pretty recently. Now, knowing that injury replacements are a commonplace thing at the All-Star break, that's a real thing. Is it realistic to think that Ben Simmons might be an All-Star this year? Has he picked it up enough?
Is it realistic?
Is he realistic?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Jerry, I said we were getting into ignorant territory, Jerry. Just know what you're getting into.
Yeah, it's a no for me. You can just kind of tell from.
Okay. I can't tell your bullshit face from your thinking face. Okay.
My facial expressions rarely change. That's
okay. Now, to be fair to Ben Simmons, like the theme of this is that they have been picking it up recently. Ben Simmons is getting back to his low-tier all-star in Philly numbers lately. Like low triple-double numbers, great defensive metrics. He is getting to be that person, like baseline expectations that the Nets were trying to grab. So that's all I'm saying.
I will say, I think just we're about like 20 games in. That's more than a quarter in now of the season. Like, I would need for Ben to be an all-star, you got to average at least like 16, 8, and 8 for me to even be like, oh, yeah, maybe. But he's like low teens, like 10, 11 points. No.
Okay. So, again, this is a no. Well, he's coming close. Over the past like few games, Ben has averaged 15, 7, 6.5, and then 1.6 steals and then a block a game. It's not bad. It's not half bad. It's
smooth.
I guess it's not quite all-star numbers, but you know. Getting back into that though, same sort of thing. This is gonna hit home for you, Jerry. Can we realistically expect Russell Westbrook to have returned to borderline all-star form based on his recent performance?
So we're talking like triple-double type?
Yeah, like Ben Simmons type numbers. Yeah.
Well, to put up those kind of numbers, like what you just said about Ben Simmons' stats, yes, I think that's realistic. I think as a sixth man now, like coming off the bench, I think he's kind of embraced that role now because actually realizing, well, damn, my team does not win when I'm a starter. And they won like 4 of their last 5 games or whatever it was now. So, like, I think 15, 8, and 7, whatever, is realistic for Russell Westbrook on the best possible scenario for this season. Yeah, I'll say that.
Okay. Tamir?
Is an all-star case possible?
Yes.
No,
we're still
but I
talking
think
about all-star cases.
Yeah. Realistic. Like borderline injury replacement. D'Lo 2019 All-Star level.
no. I don't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm changing.
Okay. Last name on that list. Klay Thompson.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
If the Warriors were good enough, maybe, but no.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the Warriors were winning more.
I'll agree with him there.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So just know, like, these are very recent pickups, but they have been picking up the pace. All three have over the past, like, 10 or like, less games. So I'm going to be asking this question again as the season goes on with more and more players. So last thing. I do want to, like, end with a nice little palate cleanser for us. I want to do at least one per podcast episode. An all-time starting five NBA team draft. We'll do snake style. So you want to draft an all-time starting five from one team's all-time roster. And we'll start easy. We'll go Celtics.
So I'm drafting just one player from their all-time roster?
Yep, and then we'll snake draft. You, Jerry, then me, and then snake style back.
Okay, so we're going team by team, correct?
No. Yeah. One per episode. So Celtics first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Celtics first?
Yeah, and then next episode, I'll talk to you guys about the a new one.
Oh, Larry Legend, number one.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Give me Bill Russell.
Fuck.
Give me Bill. I don't know. I don't know how you forgot about Trill Russell, but like, nah. Give me Trilly Russell.
You know what?
No, but if you're gonna forget Bill Russell, then I respect taking Larry.
The Larry Bird.
The only reason I forgot about Bill is because I was like, I'm gonna pick Kendrick Perkins as my starting center. I'm just kidding.
Kendrick Perkins?
No, I'm just messing with.
The between the legs crossover king.
Hey man, you've seen that driveway video of him just working out, dribbling in his driveway. That was lethal.
Okay. You can keep that.
Jesus. Okay.
On to you, Drew.
I'm going to go ahead and take KG.
That's big.
And do I want to go super old? We'll go their leading scorer all time, John Havlicek.
Oh.
I was definitely going to take Havlicek next. I was like just going to get the whole 60s band back together, man. Like I was ready. Good pick. Fuck you.
That's tough.
Good pick.
Jerry, you can take Wheelchair Boy next.
You know, with all due respect, I don't really want to. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, no disrespect. Like, he's great. It's just something about it. I just don't want.
That's so disrespectful, dude.
It is, man. I know, but you know what? I am gonna take Wheelchair Boy next. I do need some scoring. Give me Paul Pierce.
No shot. You're taking him.
Take the least athletic legend of all time, Jerry. Go ahead,
brother.
Hey, he gets buckets, man. It's okay. It's all good. I'm gonna take him.
I mean, at this point, I'm gonna go Kevin McHale for my center. And then for the next pick, I'm gonna go Jason Tatum.
Good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick. I was wondering when Tatum was going to come off the board.
That's big.
KG went higher than I thought he would actually, because that was going to be my guy.
Nah, I love KG.
I was going to say KG with my number one, but I'm like, I got to go Bill. So KG was going to be my two guy. But
wait, so if I went Bill, you would have gone KG over Larry Bird?
I start with the bigs first, so yeah, probably. As already been,
wow.
I like starting with the big man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
KG over Larry Bird? Like, respect to KG, but over Larry Bird?
I don't know, man. It's just something about the
Jerry,
big man.
Jerry, the Celtics have a lot of centers, man. The Celtics have a lot of great centers.
That's a good point. You're right.
They have a lot of great centers.
So I got shit boy and my 3. We got Bill Russell. I'm kind of torn right now. I got like 2 of mine. That Havlicek's like pick really like derailed everything though.
Bro, the Celtics have a lot of history, man. You can find.
They do. That's why I'm trying to like sort through everything in my head right now. Like I feel like Julian's just Googling everybody. Like look at him. Like,
Julian got the basketball reference page open, bro. What is this?
It's got to be off your dome, man. Off the dome. Come on now.
Hey, both my picks were off the dome. I'm continuing to be off the dome. I'm deciding.
Come on, man. You looked at he looked at the entire list and went screenshot. Yeah, now it's off the dome.
Yeah, got it all there. Dropped to my phone. Let's go ahead and play.
Yeah.
No.
You know, I'm kind of torn at point guard right now because Dennis Johnson back in the day was a stud. Dennis Johnson doesn't get enough credit. But I really love the triple-double threat and the unpredictably just a lockdown defender, Rondo. So I'm like kind of split for my guard, but you know what? I'm gonna take Rondo.
Okay.
Give me
That's
Ray
actually
John.
a good pick.
That's a
That's
pick.
actually. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's a good pick.
Underrated pick.
I missed that one.
Give me. I have KG. I have John Havlicek. Yeah, give me Ray Allen and Robert Parrish.
Robert Parrish, interesting.
I think I have my.
He just keeps like snagging guys.
So,
man.
Okay, this is round 4 now.
Jerry, you're up next.
Okay.
That's tough.
I love having these back-to-back picks, man.
It's
like
Jerry's the only one who's screwed here.
It's so unfair. It's like so unfair. You know that? Like you guys get to scoop up 2 legends in one pick. Like that's crazy.
Oh, it's gonna get ratchet if you have like once we get to like the Kings.
Oh my god, bro!
I'm gonna start naming current day player.
My god, go Fox and bonus back to back.
Legends.
I know you're not Googling, so man.
Me, no, I got my notes page open. I got the order here. I'm waiting to type yours in.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you're next.
Oh shit!
I'm waiting to type yours in.
God damn, Jerry.
That is right. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart.
You want to recap so far?
Jerry, do you need a wheelchair?
Yeah.
All right, round 1. You want to recap or no?
I think I got Rondo, Russ, and shit boy. Let's see.
Round 1, Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Kevin Garnett. Round 2, John Havlicek, Paul Pierce, Kevin McHale. Round 3, Jason Tatum, Rajon Rondo, and Ray Allen. Round 4, Robert Parrish, and you are up.
Tomer, you haven't picked a point guard yet, right?
No, I've not.
Okay.
I'm doing Lynn Bias. No, I'm playing. It doesn't count. It doesn't. Like he never played a game for the Celtics.
No, I know that's such a dark joke, man. Oh my god.
I let the kids don't know what happened. R.I.P. to Lynn Bias, man. Would have been a great NBA player.
He died skiing.
Would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a mountaineering accident.
Come on, man. You just made it even darker.
I know.
You know, I feel like I need some scoring. Even more scoring to go along with
Shit Boy?
Poopy Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Shit Boy.
With a pants pooper?
I'm gonna take Sam Jones. Sam Jones is a sneaky good 3-point shooter. At least he would have been in today's NBA, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Sam Jones.
All right. I think the Jones brothers deserve to be on this list.
Yeah, I'm going Sam.
Now, part of me, this is tough because we can't go off individual seasons. And I'm not going to, but I will say Isaiah Thomas's 1 year with the Celtics was an incredible offensive year for him.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
I wish he had multiple years because I think he averaged 29. Yep. That was incredible. Mm-hmm. So I need a point guard and a shooting guard. I'm going to go. I know nobody likes to take him because of the way he dribbles, but at this point he's a legend, and I think he's getting a little disrespected.
Yeah!
So I got to. No. I was going to say Bob Cousy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can't disrespect him too much.
That's a good one.
Now, for me though, it does at this point come down to.
Here's the thing, too.
It does come down to Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart, I think. As a shooting guard, specifically. I can't think of any other. You took Ray Allen.
Yep.
Ray Allen.
Yep.
Havlicek is gone. Rondo.
I had one name in mind.
There's always Tony Allen, man. There's always Tony Allen.
But Celtics Tony was washed though.
Okay,
Grizzlies Tony is a different animal.
So while you're thinking,
he started his career there.
I do want to give flowers to Bob Cousy. For the dribbling. I know that it looks goofy as hell. We got to understand that the rules said if you had anything but your hand directly on top of the ball, it was considered a carry. Back then.
Carry, yeah.
You give him the AI rules today, I guarantee he would be fine.
And that's a lot of point guards back then.
Yeah.
They had to start somewhere.
Okay.
They're just a prisoner of their era.
Tomer, Jerry, you hoop. Have you ever tried to pull it around the back with just your hand only being able to touch the top of the ball? Bob Cousy did that.
That's possible. Yeah.
That's why it was freaky.
That's not happening.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, put respect on Bob Cousy's name. I like that pick, Tomer. No additive needed.
And for shooting guard, I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown. That guy's been
respect.
Too good in his career to not to
respect.
I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown.
Jerry?
Oh, shit, it is me. Yeah.
His team's depressing him into forgetting.
His final picks here. Looks like you're missing a power forward.
You got plenty to pick from. Not KG, though.
Fuck you.
Or Parrish.
Parrish
is more of a center. Yeah.
My plan would have been to take Parrish and just have Bill play my 4. I would have been cool with that. There's just so many freaking legends in Boston's history that I'm running through the same names over and over again.
There's a Hall of Famer, 8-time All-Star, who is. I don't think anyone's ever mentioned. Member of the 75th anniversary team, 3rd all-time in rebounding.
Is it Heinsohn?
No, he's 9th.
Jerry, I know you should pick. I'm blanking on the name right now, but he won 6th Man of the Year on one of those Bird teams.
I'm not really feeling Bill Walton. I don't know.
Thank you.
England.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It was a little bit. I mean, if it was an all-time prime team, then yeah, Bill Walton would have been the easy pick. But when he got to Boston, yeah, he played a vital role. Don't get me wrong, but just wasn't the Bill Walton of old that he made his namesake off of.
We'll say their best Celtics season ever, obviously.
And you took Mikal, right, Tomer? You took Mikal.
Yeah,
damn.
This guy that I'm thinking about, I don't even hear this guy's name very often.
You know, for the sake of time, I think I am just gonna have to throw Bill Walton out there. I'm not gonna lie, my mind kind of shifted to like Antoine Walker for a little bit because I was those years in Boston. I was like, dude, he was dirty.
I know he was.
Yo, Antoine, he's on some leaderboards, man. He's on some leaderboards.
He put up numbers.
You should know. You checked like 10 minutes ago.
Hey, and
I'm
gonna
do the wild card.
Okay.
I'm going Antoine Walker.
All right,
I'm gonna do the wild card.
Okay.
Fuck it.
So I need a point guard. I got Rajon and Kuzi taken from me. That's weird. The Celtics don't have like outside of like Kuzi and like a couple of years of Rondo, they don't really have like eternally lasting point guard legends.
Yes, they do.
They do.
I mean, yes, they do.
I mentioned
it earlier. Yeah.
Do I want JoJo? Do I want JoJo White or do I want Tiny Archibald?
Wow. I mean,
hey, he forgot him.
He did, but I mean, it's his team. He can do his thing. If we're being honest, both JoJo and Tiny are probably better scorers than the guy I mentioned earlier. But in terms of playmaking and defending, and
overall, you can't take overall. Yeah,
you can't. Like intangibles of this guy that I mentioned earlier, they're like through the roof.
Yeah, but I got intangibles already anyway.
My guy said I got too much. I'm good.
Hey, dog. I got KG, and I got Robert Parrish, and John Havlicek. I have got the hardest working NBA history on my team. You know what? I'll put up JoJo White as mine. Who did I forget?
Dennis, dude.
Dennis. I rank JoJo White over Dennis. I think JoJo White is one of the most underrated point guards of all time.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Dennis Johnson, but I don't know if he and that one season Archibald won 1981 All-Star Game MVP.
Like I said, I think both Tiny and JoJo are better scorers probably than what Dennis Johnson was, but all around like intangibles and all that.
So JoJo is 7-time All-Star, is a Finals MVP, 5-time All-Star for Dennis Johnson, Finals MVP. I think Johnson is a 9-time All-Defensive Team member. That's kind of the difference, and an extra NBA title.
That's fair. I'll still take JoJo White.
It's good.
It's all about preference.
Yeah. All right, guys. I guess the only thing is when this gets put up, let us know which team is the best. But other than that, man, Jerry, I think we're good.
Should we run through our teams real quick?
What?
Should we run through our teams real quick?
Oh yeah. Let's run through. Go ahead, Tomer. Well, hey,
so,
no, actually, let's say run through your team. Say why you should win. Quick blurb.
Okay. So my starting five is Bob Cousy, Jaylen Brown, Larry Bird, Jason Tatum, and Kevin McHale. I think the names on that list speak for themselves. Two of those guys. Tatum, by the time it's done, will probably be a Hall of Famer, I will say. The things he's doing on the court right now, I think you can say for sure. Jaylen Brown, we'll see, but still an all-star guard, very, very talented. So I think, Bob Cousy, Kevin McHale, Larry Bird, you know what you're getting with those guys. So I think it's pretty safe to say which team is better, but we'll let you guys decide.
On my end, I got Rondo, Paul Pierce, Bill Russell, Sam Jones, and Antoine Walker. And personally, I think in terms, from a defensive standpoint, we are loaded. Okay, you can laugh all you want.
I'm sorry.
A lot of my names are classic. You talking about all time. I went really all time. Antoine Walker is the wild card. Could bang with some of these all stars and stuff like that. But I think I love Antoine Walker.
Hey, bro, let me say, Antoine Walker all-time second in three-pointers for the Celtics. All right,
that's great.
Second all-time in three-pointers.
That's great. I'm not saying that's not great.
No, man, you're dickhead in this show, you unhinged freak. I'm cool with Rondo and Russo kind of leading my unit on both sides of the ball because both of them are extremely intelligent players.
Am I.
Even Russ. Yeah, okay. Russell, you're 5'2" ass. Russell's intangibles transcend any basketball area. I think Bill Russell would have been successful in that area. I'm riding on the captain right there. So just look up the rest of the guys. Sam Jones was a bucket. Paul Pierce, despite the wheelchair incident and despite his unathleticism, still banged with some of the best of them in the early 2000s. So I'm comfortable with my team.
Okay. My team. I lead with KG and Robert Parrish, the chief, in my front court. I also got John Havlicek, the leading scorer in team history, and the hardest worker in NBA history. There's a legend about him never having stopped running through an entire practice. Even when they were paused, he was running laps. And then in my backcourt, I have JoJo White, the most underrated point guard in NBA history. And I have by far the most talented shooter on all three rosters, Ray Allen. I got Jesus Shuttleworth. I got the unhingedness and defensive talent of Kevin Garnett. Him and Robert Parrish are going to make great co-captains for my team. John Havlicek and JoJo White have the Bill Russell shine on them as all-star scorers. And then I got the best shooter. All three levels.
Hey, in terms of delivery, you sold that shit. Great job, buddy.
No, I definitely think Julian has the second best team for sure. Definitely.
Oh, Jerry, my 5'2" ass has at least the second best team.
Hey, look, I'm glad you can see over the draft board, all right?
All right, Jerry, sign us off, third best team.
Well, before I do, one thing I do want to point out real quick and just give a quick shout out. Tyrese Halliburton has been hooping. And he's right now putting up Steve Nash-esque type of MVP season numbers. I just wanted to throw that out there since we didn't touch on it today. Maybe we can holler about that at another day.
I might go even a step further. 40 assists, 0 turnovers the last 3 games. First player in NBA history to do that since they started tracking in like the 70s.
The King Soul.
40 assists, 0 turnovers in 3 games?
To go along with that stat you just threw out, he still scored 60 points in that 3-game span.
And not to mention, through 20 games of Pacers, 4th seed in the East, 4 games above 500.
Crazy. But Halliburton is the real deal, man.
We'll be talking
shout out.
That teamwork.
We'll be talking about him next.
That was one hell of a segment that we just did in 2 seconds. But anyway, thanks for listening today, participating in our I Got Next talk. Again, Jerry, Juju, Tomer, and we're signing off, man.